Hey, this is Detronus here. Today we are going over how to kill the Griffin for the Beast of the White Orchard quest. If you're like me, I got really tired of having to skip these scenes as I got slaughtered over and over again by this Griffin. But I am going to show you how to beat this Griffin on the hardest difficulty, the Death March difficulty. And pretty much you want to ignore what this bestiary says on the Griffin. You don't need anything in here, really. The Ard sign isn't that great for this. The hybrid oil, I don't even think you can get at this point in the game. But the Grapeshot, you do want to have the Grapeshot. And so first, I'll show you how to get the Grapeshot, and then I'll move into strategies and tactics while you're in the fight that would help you beat this deadly foe. So starting off with the Grapeshot, you need the blueprint, and then you need two ingredients. One is the calcium Equum, and then saltpeter. Not salt and pepper, but saltpeter. And both of these ingredients can be found at Tomera, which is the herbalist that the captain sends you to when you first start the quest to kill the Griffin. If you've come to her for the first time, she'll have a little quest talking about a woman getting injured when she's walking through the woods late at night. Very silly. But if you're repeating a conversation with her, you can just go right in and purchase these two ingredients. Remember, you need the calcium Equum and then saltpeter. And once you have those, you can begin crafting your Grapeshot. So here, make sure your Grapeshot is equipped, and I'll go ahead and go over this entire fight, and I'll post my video on my first kill of the Griffin on the Death March difficulty. I highly recommend you doing quests. Do some side quests, at least till you can get level 3. The side quests are very engaging and interesting, and there's no rush to go and kill this Griffin. He's not dynamic in his statistics. That is, his statistics are very static. He does not level up with you. He will be the level and have the statistics he's assigned to, no matter how powerful you are. So get strong, get more armor, level up to at least 3. That way you can get to some of those very nice general abilities that you can unlock in the character menu. I suggest unlocking the ability that gives you 500 vitality. Why? Because that empowers your Quinn sign. Your Quinn sign gives you a shield based on 7% of your total health. And so that vitality will increase your health, increase the potency of that Quinn sign. And as you see in this video, I take hits all the time. While my Quinn sign is up, right here I put it up again. I take hits, but I do not die. See right there? I didn't take any damage from his attack because my Quinn sign is powerful because my vitality is high. Other than that, I'd suggest you could put the extra statistic pretty much anywhere you want. If you're above level 3, I would highly recommend not only putting it into the vitality in the general subsection of the character menu, but also putting some into Quinn, so you stun the Griffin every time your Quinn sign breaks. So when you're using your Grapeshot here, you want to make sure you're throwing it at the Griffin's back. I did not do that. It does a little bit more damage. In fact, all your attacks do a little bit more damage, and you'll see a lot more critical hit damage when you're hitting the rear side of the Griffin. So two things right here. One, you want to be dodging. You want to be using the circle button. And you'll see me rolling here in the beginning of the fight, and that's just trial and error. Rolling around away from this Griffin's attacks is very inefficient. You want to use the dodge ability. You want to spin along to its sides, get a couple clean hits in, and then get away before he elbows you in the face. As you saw right there, the dodge is a very nice attack to have. And I even got slapped in the face, which brings me to Quinn. Let's talk about Quinn a little bit more, but real quick, watch this. If you get too far away from this Griffin, he will slap you in the face in a frontal assault. Make sure you are always ready to dodge if you're getting some distance on him. So let's talk about Quinn. Surely they're not really exclusive, but you only have a limited amount of stamina. And as you see here, your stamina for your signs is paired with your attacks, with your dodges, and with your sprints. So it's almost really that you want to pick one sign to use for this fight because you have such a limited supply of resources. So let's compare the two. Ard will stun the enemy for about 2 seconds, which means you can get in 2 attacks, damaging roughly 2% of the Griffin's HP. If he hits you once, he's taking away 80 to 100% of your HP, depending on your armor. So I think that because Quinn negates one entire attack, it's so much more favorable to use Quinn in this fight than Ard. Oh, and another big thing before you're going into this fight. is you want to make sure you have your swallow potion. It's a very strange name, but it's a potion you can make, and actually that Tamara, there's a quest when you make your swallow, you can give it to her, and then she'll give it to her patient that's laying on the bed right beside her, and you'll get some extra ingredients and some experience points and gold for that. But it's very important to have 3 swallow here, and then some extra food, why not? And here, as you're running to the Griffin, this is the second phase. You can heal up by eating some bread and whatnot, get that health regen to max, and you can also save the game here. So it's like a little checkpoint for you. Make sure you save the game here. And here you see me going in my inventory, eating that bread. If you don't know by now, your swallow, your potions, actually replenish themselves when you're meditating. It takes some alcohol cohest, I believe it's called, and it automatically replenishes your swallow. You don't have to recraft it every single time, thank goodness. So make sure you go into this fight with the full 3 swallow, and again, at this point when the second phase begins, it flies up on this hill. You can save right here, just in case you make any mistakes, because this Griffin does do a lot of damage. So again, as this Griffin flies up into the sky, you want to shoot it right in the head. And when you do that, it'll come collapsing down to the ground. And I took a slap to the face and cast in another Quinn. But you see, my health, I just took 2 hits. My health is quite high. No damage translated into my actual bar. So really, use Quinn over that Arya, or not Arya, the Arden sign or whatnot. And there we go, there's a third Quinn. It comes back really fast. And right here, I was waiting for the Griffin to actually slap me. And this is where I'm actually starting to learn that the dodge is way superior than rolling out of the way for this fight. You really want to dodge this Griffin's swings and then get onto its sides and its back and attack. Another important strategy for this fight is making sure you engage your little NPC Witcher training buddy into the fight. As you saw right there, he can attract the Griffin's attention, which buys you a couple seconds to get in a lot of important swings or dodge a couple of attacks. So if the Griffin's focusing in on you too much, run over to your buddy, because he will not come to you if you're far off. He's pretty lazy, he'll just wave at you. So let's recap the most important things on this fight. Make sure you have your Grapeshot, your swallow at max with some bread entering into this fight. Make sure you're level 3 with at least 1 point in vitality in the general subcategory of your character selection. And make sure that you're using the dodge spin, not the dodge roll, when you're trying to evade this Griffin's attacks. Shooting the Griffin in the head will bring it down to the ground if it's flying. Use Quinn as often as you can. It'll negate most damage if you have that point in vitality. And you want to make sure that you save in between phases 1 and 2. Well, I hope this video helped you in your quest to slay this Griffin on the hardest difficulty. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. Thanks. Enjoy, friends.